and it needs that sunlight. I guess you could say that's physical too, but in a sense it's kind of like beyond the physical, because that sunlight literally turns into food, and it feeds the plant, and that plant begins to grow. Well, what about who we are? Who are we? We too are seeds, and we grow, and we feed off of the source energy from which we come from. It doesn't matter your religion. Get that out of your head. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care what you believe in, because that's your belief, and that is what is so for you. But I'm not talking about physical, because in my opinion, religion is very physical, and I want to get beyond the physical. We want to talk about the spirit, beyond the physical. Does that make sense? Okay? So we're going to get beyond the physical. So that we are connected to a source of energy, and you cannot deny that. All right? And that when we are connected, you know how like a plant is facing the sun or needs to get appropriate sunlight in order for it to be able to get the sunlight and turn the sunlight into food? Well, that energy that we get from where we come from, that energy, we turn that into a non-physical food, for lack of a better term. It's like non-physical food, and we use that to grow who we are and develop our spirits. Now, just like in physical form, there's the things that you eat that are good for you, and there are the things that you eat that are empty calories and are not good for you, and just everything that's just not going to serve you at all. What are we going to turn our source energy into? Like when that energy, when we're connected, like right now, we're in a workshop, so let me not go too far, too fast. You are, okay, simply being right now in this moment. Exhale out everything. If you feel any like trying to get a grip on it, or just kind of feel like you're resisting, we have to learn to break that resistance. All right? Yes, I'm a female in a little box talking to you on a website that I created about non-physical stuff that you're not used to listening to, and it's strange. Or you are just now getting into it, and it's strange. And you are kind of understanding, but it's strange. Get that out of here. Get that resistance out of here. I told you to hang up your hang-ups in the closet, okay? You and I, we are simply being. And when we are being, exhale all the stuff that does not serve you. Everything that's going on in your mind right now, in your life right now, in your immediate surroundings right now that does not serve you, that you're observing and you do not like what you see, you need to exhale. Inhale. Inhale everything that's good. Inhale your inspiration. Inhale your abilities. Inhale your power. Inhale. That is some powerful stuff. Now you are connected. You're always connected, but right now your connection is a lot stronger. And in that connection, you're feeling something, all right? So depending on how you feel, again, that connection, that source energy, we take it and we create non-physical food out of it, basically. So what kind of food are we going to create for our energy? Are we going to make that healthy food, or are we going to make it non-healthy? Meaning, are those feelings going to be painful, sorrowful, hurtful, uneventful, discouraging, unappreciative? Are they going to be those types of feelings that just feel whack just to even say it out of your mouth? Or are they going to be happy feelings? Are they going to be appreciative and willing and able? What are those going to be, right? There's only two feelings. We'll talk more about that later. But I want you to understand that in this mode, who we are as a seed, we are growing and we are sprouting. We're sprouting. We're learning and we're sprouting. And we have that source energy and it's on us and we're connected. And when things are happening in our lives that don't make us happy, that kind of mess up who we are right here, brings us into a place that we don't want to be. We need to tap in and make sure our connection with Source is where it needs to be so that we can move forward. Remember, like the car can't go too far without gas. A seed can't grow without sunlight. You as a human being, you cannot develop to your full potential without that source energy that we pull from. So, enough of that. We are going to go ahead and move on to some more stuff. So, keep reading. I think there's a couple more videos down there, and check them out as you play along with me on our website. Okay, so what is all this talk about a spiritual garden, lady? Well, a spiritual garden is our non-physical garden that manifests everything that we want. It's non-physical and it's awesome. You better get you one of these. It don't even cost you anything. You don't gotta go to Home Depot. You don't have to spend any money. You don't even have to get your hands dirty in the dirt. All you have to do is simply be, and let me show you how, okay? Your spiritual garden, there are things that you want to do in life. There are things you are already being, but you want to enhance that. Your little sprouts, you want to enhance that. So what are we going to do? Well, in our non-physical garden, our spiritual garden, we have to protect our garden just like you would have to protect a physical garden. You protect your physical garden from unwanted insects, animals. You protect it from the different levels of weather. You know, it might be too hot, so you got to give it more water. It might be too cold, so you got to cover it. So there's different factors in the physical garden that will affect the growth of your garden. In the non-physical garden that we're working on, there are also some things that we have to protect our non-physical garden from. Naysayers, negative people. Let's back up. Where did naysayers and negative people come from? Well, in your garden, you want to plant things that are not of the norm. You know, everybody else has their garden, but their gardens are small gardens. They just, you know, they got the basics. They have basics, and they have the little basics, and they're fine with that. But in our garden, we want our dreams to come to life. We want what's in our mind's eye to come to light. That's what we want. But here come the nosy neighbors all up in our non-physical garden, and they hear you talking to your plants or your little baby plants, and they hear your dreams and your aspirations